Well, YouTube, it's about 6:45 in the morning. Beautiful morning here in Daytona Beach as we get this 58 Hatteras LRC ready to head to, we're going to start out, we're going to go through the Lake Okeechobee and then head over to the Dry Tortugas and then up to the Keys. We're going to try and do like the mini loop and get these guys ready for their adventure, and we'll see what happens. Living the American dream, and then we're going to figure out what we're going to do with the boat, whether it's going to go up to Mobile and over to up the river system, or go do America's Great Loop. That's what Carl's thinking right now. Okay, guys, so right now I've set us, this is through the Okeechobee right here, and then I corrected this course right here because it shows going across here, and you can't do that on the Okeechobee, especially this boat right here. This is a 5.5 foot draft boat. It's very, I'm very unforgiving in these shallow waters here in Florida. So we have to be very careful once we get here, through here, and then over to here. All of this very, very shallow. All of this is very shallow. You got to stay in the channels. That's all that, that's even all of this. See all that? That's all marked. It's just super shallow. This boat's a 5.5 foot draft. So we just got to be very careful with it. And then we're going to come over to here. But the exciting thing is on this chart right here, this will be my long distance chart. This will be my short distance chart. And tonight we want to get staged tonight. We want to make it to here, because then this is Cape Canaveral over here, and we're going to watch a launch at 3:30 in the morning. So that would be super cool if we get to see that. So here's Cape Canaveral right here. This is where the launch pad is. And if we can anchor right there, oh man, it should be amazing. All right, guys, so I'm with Dia Mingers. This is Carl's wife. So Dia, this is her first big trip on the boat. We've gone out a few times, but this is her first big trip. And this is either staging for the loop, or they're going to take it back up to Oklahoma to their house. And so this mini loop, we're going to call it, because what we're going to do, you can see us right here. We're going to come through here, come through the Okeechobee, come down over here to the Dry Tortugas, and then back up to Key West. And then we'll either bring the boat back around this way and come up the river system to their house, or they're going to come up here and start the loop and then go right over here. And what's your plans, Dia? What are you thinking? What in your head right now? If you could, this is the very start of the trip, American dream. Everything's going through your head right now. What do you want to do? Do you want to do the East Coast, or do you want to come up the Mobile River? If you had to pick right now today.
If I could pick right now, I'd go up the east and get in line for when the locks open up in spring.
Okay, so you do come up and so she's saying she wants to do this route right here, which Carl's already done it, because Carl already saw the Statue of Liberty. So he came in, and you come in right here, and then you have to jump into the Great Lakes and then bring the boat down. Either way, the boat has to be, it's a couple 1,000-mile trip either way you go. But it's just a matter of which way you guys want to go. And this is like the shakedown cruise to whether they either do the East Coast or just get it up to Oklahoma. So I just want to know for record, okay, you're calling East Coast. I told Carl, we all told Carl in the very beginning, just for the record, he was crazy. Just take it from New York and come down the river system while he had it up there. Mm-hmm. Now we're over here, and we're either going to go back trace up to New York, or we're going to go up to Mobile and then cut up the river system. So I'll be curious to see after this 10 days, which is basically, this is training for you and Carl to get connected and be able to handle this boat by yourselves. Yeah. And so we'll see what happens with that and see how comfortable you guys get. I think Carl's pretty decent with the boat, but it's just time at the helm,
Carl was basically born on the water.
Yeah.
And I wasn't, so I've got to learn the rope handling.
Yeah.
Which is why you're here for the most part.
Yeah, and so I'll shadow you a lot of this trip, and then I'll have Aaron. We call that Dia is his wife, but his second wife is also with us, and these guys are all in business together. They own some real estate company up in Oklahoma, right? Mm-hmm. And she's one of the realtors that works for them. and she'll shadow Carl, and I'll shadow Dee with the headsets on, and then we'll see how this trip goes. But I think right now we're aground. We're waiting for high tide, and that's the disadvantage to a 5.5 foot draft. But you're gonna see this. It's very, very important for us to keep this boat centered in the channel at all times, because this is a big girl. We're talking, this boat is 80,000 pounds, I believe. It's close to 100,000 pounds all wet. And what I mean by that, full of fuel, which we are, full of fuel, full of water.
Yeah, fresh water.
And, that at 100,000 pounds, we are drafting 5.5 feet of water.
Guaranteed.
So we got to be careful where we take this big girl. And so today we're firing up all the electronics upstairs, downstairs, and we are getting the boat ready. Our high tide today is at 10 a.m. And we're going to be ready for departure. We're going to try and get out of here about 8:30, maybe even 9 o'clock, depending on if the tide lets us out, because right now we're basically aground.
We got water on the port side. All right, starboard. All right. This right here. Okay.
The mains are started. The generator's started.
Yep.
You ready, Carl?
We're getting ready.
Let's do that. Let me put my headsets on here.
All right.
I want somebody to come back and let's undo this stern line right here. No, somebody needs to get in the boat. Yeah, Aaron, you got it? All right, let's take this one off. So right now we are trying to, we're aground basically. There's nothing we can do here. Try it one more time, Carl. Yeah, it ain't going anywhere. Okay. So we've decided to call Towboat US, and we're going to tie them on here and have them help us get the boat out, because we can move now and the tide is coming up, but this tide's still going to be a little bit low, and we just want to have the security of being able to get out of here. Little update on our grounding. We've called Sea-Tow. They're going to help us. What we're going to try and do is have them pull the back end over into the channel and get us off of here. We are definitely stuck. There's no question. So they're on their way. They're dispatched as soon as they get here. It should be right. 10 o'clock is high tide, and that's 45 minutes from now. We're not going to get any more water than that. The boat has come up about 3 or 4 inches. So we're hoping we can get this out of here and get going. I got to see my launch tonight. All right, Towboat US is here. See if they can get us out of the slip here. We got 2 lines on the dock, so then once we're going to start the mains, and then we can help you a little bit, but I do think, what does your depth gauge show right here?
5.7.
So I mean, we're right there, dragging bottom.
So why don't you go ahead and start your engines up?
Okay. All right, this is going to be a tricky maneuver. There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
We're clear at the back of this boat. I want you to get closer.
We got a line tied off to the front. All right, Chris is trying to move us right now, so you just... All right, go ahead. You give us a little help too. Looks like we're coming away from the dock a little. right, so they're going to, towboat's going to reposition, and then they're going to start pulling us out of here.
You gonna use his line?
Yeah, we have to.
Okay, pull our line out of that.
All right, Chris, let us know when you're ready. All right, Chris is going to start pulling. All right, we're clearing the dock. We're awful close. We're awful close. Bow over, bow, thrust over, away from Tony's boat. Okay, you're good, you're good. Just leave it alone right now, you're good. Now get this ass end over towards, get it over. You're good, brother. Just let everything happen. Wow, that was freaking amazing. Holy shit. I'm shaking, brother. I don't know about you, but that was some work right there. All right, both engines forward. Where's your depth gauger saying? Okay.
We're doing good.
Yep. We were not getting out of there without Towboat US.
Yeah.
We were not. We were stuck. I mean,
We were so.
that's where we were at, and we were stuck. Does the fuel dock know we're coming over? All right, is he completely clear of gale winds? All right. Do you hear that, Carl? Nice docking, brother. Everything looked really, really good in there. Just wanted to make sure that I didn't have any fuel leaks. Are we done pumping out? All right, while we're doing a pump out real quick, I'm gonna run in here and just check the engines, make sure everything's looks good. So I'm really looking for 0 on that. Looks good. Temperatures. Everything looks good. Thank you, guys. See you next time I come through. All right, so we pumped this baby out. Erin pumped it out. She's our pump out. And we got to hug these work boats right here to get out of here. Towboat US says we got to stay right next to that work boat. They're on call, waiting for us in case anything happens. Dude, there was a lot of moving parts coming off that dock, man. A lot of moving parts. You did great though, dude.
Pretty happy with it.
What I want you to do, really concentrate on, Carl, is just walking around, taking your time, looking. You know, make sure you're out.
I'd walked around and pretty much planned exactly how I was going to do that.
Correct. It looked like you did because you had complete control of the boat.
There's some nasty stuff that's sludging out
You
of there.
telling me?
What's our depth gauge say?
Next to nothing.
I would steer to the right just to.
What we're going to do.
I'd give it a little gap, get past. I don't want to get stuck in here. I would scoot over. Just use your steering wheel. Yeah, use your steering wheel and get over a little. Use your steering wheel and get over a little. Good job. Stay. Go to the right. Go to the right. Go right. Go right. Go right. Go right, Carl. You couldn't get any closer than that. Cut to the left. Cut to port. All right, you're good. Right where you're at. Ah, damn, that was close. Woo!
Hey, towboat, this Snapdragon. We sure appreciate all the help.
My pleasure. Have a good trip.
Thank you, sir. Go back 16.
Go ahead.
This is Snapdragon on 16, heading into the channel.
A lot of moving parts, brother.
Lots.
Look at Carl's got both of his wives working. One's over here working a real estate. Yeah, I can't show the screen, but
It looks like Savoy.
and he's driving the boat. It doesn't get any better than this, does it, Carl?
It's a good life.
Get any better than this, does it, Carl? You got both your wives working. You got one on a real estate deal and the other one doing whatever she does.
Oil and gas.
Order analyst is the word.
Anal is key. Yes, it is.
I love it. So coming out of that marina was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done as a boater. There was just a lot of moving parts, a lot of things going on, you know, and trying to get the boat moving again. You know, I don't even know what day we, you know, these tides are just really low with this lunar thing that we got going on. And so I looked at the tides and it would have been like that for days. So call Cito and let's just see if we can get the boat out of there, and we did. It was awesome.
Hey, you're the one that put it on my head.
That's my turn.
Well, then take it back.
You can go ahead and give it a little throttle. Let's get through there.
Yeah.
A lot going on here. Look at that Nordy right there. That's just sexy right there. Just sexy. Anyway, we gotta be careful coming through this inlet. This boat's a big draft boat, man. This is, you know, we're talking almost 6 foot of draft here. So we have to be very, very careful with this boat over the next 10 days, 2 weeks. Carl's doing a fantastic job. He's done all the driving today so far. Let's go. It's go time. I don't know, but we're gonna need them open, so
We need to what?
we need it open.
Yeah. And southbound. Request a bridge opening.
channel are you on?
Thank you very much for the passing of this Snapdragon going south.
Captain. Let's just call this what it is, Captain. I don't need all the drama we had this morning when you had us all tied up in the mud and stuff.
That was not me. That was not.
I gotta blame it on somebody.
Blame the tide. Up until this week. We've had high tides way higher than.
Oh, I know. These are just what they call those winter lows, and they get low, man.
Yes.
I looked at the tide chart. We weren't getting out for another. There wasn't a week of the same tide,
Yeah.
so it would have been.
It'd been over a week before we would get out.
Dredge sludge they had.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah, them dredging didn't help things.
They couldn't, they say they're not dumping it over there, but the water was just churned up with mud all the time. It's just.
Oh yeah.
I just get the
Look at that.
So here's Titusville over here.
Oh, look at that! It's jumping.
This is Cape Canaveral over here. That we're gonna see a launch tomorrow in the morning. There's a dolphin over here. What the heck is that thing?
Good.
That's a mud motor.
Copy that.
We're gonna anchor right here. Should get a nice look at the launch too. How are we looking on depth? There's got to be the light in there.
It says 14, but it says display 14.
All right, guys, the end of day one on this adventure to the Dry Tortugas. We got the anchor set. We're right here. This is Cape Canaveral right here. And then over here you can see, tomorrow morning we're supposed to see a launch. And then I got the bridle set out. This is our first time setting the anchor on this. No, it's second time. We did it once in Cape May, if you guys remember. Who remembers that video when we broke down in Cape May? Anyway, the boat ran fantastic today. So hopefully we'll have continued days. Looks like we should have a beautiful evening out here too. And then hopefully tomorrow morning we'll have clear skies, and this is where they'll launch from. Right here is where they'll launch from. Check out this spotlight. This is how we're gonna end the night. Carl bought these spotlights. So freaking cool.
Let's go.
So freaking awesome.
There's a boat out there.
That's the bridge right there.